Now, back to that Kevin Show with Kevin McCullough.
Glad to have you with us. And you know that if you've been listening over the last few weeks, we have started it's a very important journey, I feel like. It's a journey that changes lives and is very meaningful to the people that we end up helping. And the reason that we're doing it is because no one else is. I've been working with Christian Solidarity International for nearly 10 years as a public spokesperson. And each year we set a goal on this show to liberate a number of slaves. And this year the list has 192 names on it. And I have to say thank you, because I am completely blown away that here, just concluding the first month, full month of the campaign, we have already seen nearly 42 slaves be liberated for good, for life. That means that we have about 151 to go for the remainder of the year. And the reason that's important is because there's about 35,000 slaves that are left in Sudan that followed the civil war there. Maybe you've seen the recent headlines about the violence there. It is a dangerous place, and our slave retrievers are working under the cover of that danger, and it's very hard for them. But we do have another slave liberation slated that's going to go forward, kind of regardless of the circumstances there. Because if we can just get these slaves back to steady ground in South Sudan, then I know that they're going to be well taken care of. They're going to be protected. They're going to be loved. And that's the end. That's the end goal, is to get these slaves free and back home with their families. Tonight, I have another story for you, narrated by someone who speaks English, but translated directly from her own story. This is the story of a young woman that was taken when she was a very little girl, suffered in slavery for a number of years, and then was released when she was 24 years old after being in slavery for about 12 years. It's really, truly amazing. But ladies and gentlemen, please take a very close listen to the story tonight of a young woman named Ahok. It may be a name that doesn't sound very normal to our Western ears, but it is a name that means something to her because she lost it for a brief period of time, but glad to have it back now. Here is Ahok's story on That Kevin Show.
I was a child when I was abducted by the Arabs. My parents used to own livestock, and my mother would do all the cooking for us. I don't remember the year that I was captured. There had never been any problems in our village. Then one day, all of a sudden, we heard that there were Arabs attacking Dinka villages throughout the south. We were so worried we could not even sleep at night. It was a big concern to my mother and my father. We were told that these Arabs were heavily armed and would kill all the animals and people when they would attack. We were very scared. Then one morning, they attacked our village. We scattered in different directions and I ran, but I was captured. My entire village was burned down, and I've never seen a member of my family since. Then I was taken north, into slavery. My eyes saw horrific things on that trip to the north. Women were raped right in front of us. Men were beaten, and 4 men were killed because they tried to fight back. They were shot dead before our eyes. Once at the slave master's house, I was pretty much starved and worked brutal hours every single day doing difficult and very, very hard work. There was no relief. And then they raped me. My slave master did not think of me as a human. He would not even let me go to the hospital when I fell sick. And one day I heard that there was a slave retriever from CSI close by. How I wanted to be free. That retriever secured my freedom. And thank God I was able to return to South Sudan. Thank you to each of you who helped the slaves be free. But please don't stop until we get them all.
It's a reasonable request. The phone number is 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010. And your gift right now of only $250 will liberate another girl like Ahok, the one you just heard the story from. The names may sound different to our Western ears, but their hearts, their desires, their lives are no different than your own daughters. Friends, if you believe that slavery is evil, and if you believe that we should be here to make a difference, then please do. Pick up the phone, 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010. You can also give online by just going to bringherhome.org. That's bringherhome.org or 888-342-1010. That's 888-342-1010.
Ready or not, he'll be right back.